After the beating death of a 6-year-old boy, there were a lot of questions about the agencies that were supposed to protect him. Today, the head of LA's Department of Children and Family Services was called on the carpet and took some very tough questions about how to keep at-risk kids safe from abuse. High-profile cases of abuse are raising questions about whether there's a gaping hole in the safety net for these young people. NBC4's Ted Chen live in downtown Los Angeles with more on what happened today. Ted.
Colleen, this is just the start of a multi-pronged investigation into the child welfare system in Los Angeles County. It involves a re-examination of how the Department of Children and Family Services operates and how it can be improved. And one area being looked at is trying to provide more background information on families to social service workers so they can make better decisions to protect children.
The thing I think that is important for you to know is
under heavy scrutiny, the Department of Children and Family Services and its director, Trish Plone, are being asked how they can do better. What can be done to improve social services after a series of child deaths, including the death of 6-year-old Devon Bailey?
I think we need to have better thinking, better leadership, and presumably then better results than what we are witnessing now.
Though she couldn't talk specifically about Bailey, Plone says the system used to evaluate potential child abuse cases is effective. Her department is trying to determine whether there was a failure in judgment in cases where children have died. Despite multiple allegations of abuse, social workers left Bailey in the custody of his stepfather, Marcus Fisher, who is accused of beating him to death. 4-year-old Lars Sanchez was left with his mentally ill mother, who then decapitated him.
It's a very big responsibility. It's a very difficult job that social workers have, and they do it every day, and they do it very, very well. Not ever with no mistakes, but 160 to 180,000 calls a year come into our department.
The county is looking at expanding the database used to evaluate potential abuse cases without violating privacy laws. Plone says there's valuable information from other agencies that might help social workers determine if there's danger to a child.
No one wants to violate anyone's civil rights, anyone's human rights, any civil liberties issues. Obviously, we have to stop short of that. But I do not think we have done our best work.
Despite the tragedies, Plone says the county has made tremendous progress in keeping children safely with their families.
Our children are safer than they have been before. There are vastly less children in out-of-home care than ever before. There is less abuse in care. There is less time that it takes a child that actually has to come into our system before we can safely reunify them. It's taking us less time to get a child adopted if they can't go home safely.
Now, all that despite an analysis that shows the average caseload for an LA County social service worker is considerably higher than in surrounding counties, an average of 22 cases per LA County worker compared to 15-to-1 in Orange County, 18-to-1 in Riverside County, and 12-to-1 in Ventura County. Now, the county estimates to meet the ideal of 15-to-1, that would require hiring 1,700 new social service workers at an estimated cost of $180 million, which the county admits it can't afford. Reporting live from downtown Los Angeles, Ted Chen, Channel 4 News, calling back to you.